Alicia Daniels stared at her computer screen and felt her heart stop. The woman looking back at her had her face. Her exact face. Same brown eyes. Same smile. Same little beauty mark above the left eyebrow. Same black frame glasses. Even the same tiny gap between the front teeth. But Alicia didn't have a twin sister. She knew that for sure. Her mama had told her a million times about the day she was born. Just one baby. Not two. So who was this person? The name under the photo made her stomach flip. Alicia Daniels, 23 years old. That was her name. That was her age. That was her face. Alicia's hand started shaking. She grabbed her phone and called her best friend, Maya. "Girl, you won't believe what just happened," Alicia whispered, even though she was alone in her small apartment in Mississippi. "I found someone who looks exactly like me, and she has my name." "Stop playing," Maya said. "I'm serious. I'm on this Ancestry website trying to find out about Grandma's family, and boom, there she is. It's like looking in a mirror. Maya, I'm scared." Maya was quiet for a second. "Send me the link." Alicia did. Then she sat there, staring at the profile, reading every single word. Alicia Daniels, Detroit, Michigan, looking for family connections, West African roots. Mississippi Alicia, that's what she started calling herself in her head, had grown up in a tiny town where everybody knew everybody. She worked at a publishing house, fixing mistakes in books before they got printed. She loved gospel music, her mama's peach cobbler, and quiet Saturday mornings. Her life was calm, organized, and predictable. She never expected this. Her phone buzzed. Maya had texted back. "Girl, what is this?" Alicia took a deep breath. She needed to know more. Her fingers moved across the keyboard, typing a message to this other Alicia. "Hi. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I think we look alike. Like really alike. My name is also Alicia Daniels, and I'm also 23. Can we talk?" She hit send before she could change her mind. Then she waited. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Each second felt like an hour. What if the other Alicia thought she was weird? What if she didn't respond? What if... Ding. A new message. Alicia's heart nearly jumped out her chest. She clicked so fast she almost broke her mouse. "Oh my God. I was just about to message you. I saw your profile, and I literally screamed. My roommate thinks I'm losing my mind. Yes, we need to talk. This is insane." For the next 2 hours, they messaged back and forth like they'd known each other forever. Detroit Alicia, that's what Mississippi Alicia started calling her, lived in a busy city full of noise and people and excitement. She worked at a law office during the day, typing up important papers and answering phones. But at night, she sang jazz music at a small club downtown. She was also studying to become a lawyer. Her life was fast, loud, and full of dreams. But the similarities? They were spooky. Both loved fried chicken and collard greens. Both had glasses from the same company, bought them online during the same sale. Both hummed gospel songs when they were nervous. Both had a habit of twirling their hair when they were thinking. Both were afraid of spiders but loved thunderstorms. "What's your mama's name?" Mississippi Alicia typed. "Lorraine." "Yours?" Alicia's hands froze over keyboard. "Lorraine." "What?" "I'm serious. My mama is Lorraine Daniels. So is mine. Alicia, what is happening right now?" They both sat at their computers, hundreds of miles apart, feeling the same goosebumps crawling up their arms. "We need to do a video call," Mississippi Alicia typed. "I have to see you for real." "Yes, right now. I'm setting it up." 30 seconds later, Alicia's computer made a ringing sound. She clicked the green button, and suddenly, there she was. Detroit Alicia appeared on the screen, and Mississippi Alicia gasped out loud. It was like looking in a mirror, a living, breathing, talking mirror. "Oh my God," Detroit Alicia whispered, her hand covering her mouth. "You look just like me," Mississippi Alicia said, tears suddenly filling her eyes. "We could be twins," Detroit Alicia said. "How is this possible?" They stared at each other, both leaning closer to their screens, looking at every detail. Same eyebrows, same nose, same chin, same everything. Do the thing I do when I'm confused, Mississippi Alicia said. Detroit Alicia tilted her head to the left and bit her bottom lip. Mississippi Alicia's jaw dropped. That's exactly what I do. Laugh for me, Detroit Alicia said. Mississippi Alicia laughed, a bright, musical sound that went up at the end. Detroit Alicia's eyes went wide. That's my laugh. That's exactly my laugh. They talked for 3 hours straight. They couldn't stop. Every new thing they discovered made the mystery bigger. Both had gotten their ears pierced at age 7. Both had fallen off their bikes and gotten scars on their left knees. Both loved rainy days and hated the smell of coffee. Both wanted to travel to Africa someday. Both had kept journals since they were 10 years old. Maybe we were separated at birth, Detroit Alicia said quietly. Maybe there was a hospital mix-up or something. Mississippi Alicia felt her heart squeeze. Could that be true? Could she have a twin sister she never knew about? We need to find out, Mississippi Alicia said. We need to know for sure. How? Detroit Alicia asked. A DNA test, Mississippi Alicia said. We take a DNA test and see if we're really sisters. Detroit Alicia nodded slowly. Okay, let's do it. Let's find out the truth. They both felt it, that mix of excitement and fear. What if they really were sisters? What if their whole lives had been a lie? What if they were supposed to grow up together, but someone made a terrible mistake? Whatever happens, Detroit Alicia said, I'm glad I found you. Me too, Mississippi Alicia whispered. They ended the call, but neither of them could sleep that night. Both lay in their beds, staring at the ceiling, thinking about the face that looked just like theirs. Somewhere out there was someone who could be family, real family, not just someone who looked similar, but actual blood, an actual sister. The next morning, they both ordered DNA test kits online. Now, all they had to do was wait. But waiting, they would soon discover, was the hardest part of all. The DNA test kits arrived on the same day. Mississippi Alicia opened her small brown box and pulled out the plastic tube. All she had to do was spit in it, seal it up, and mail it back. Simple, but her hands wouldn't stop shaking. She called Detroit Alicia. Mine just came. Did yours come too? Yes, I'm holding it right now, Detroit Alicia said. Her voice sounded nervous and excited at the same time. Should we do it together? Like on video call? Yes, definitely. 10 minutes later, they were both on screen, holding their tubes. Okay, Mississippi Alicia said. On 3. 1, 2, 3. They both spit into their tubes, sealed them, and held them up to the camera. Done, Detroit Alicia said. Now we wait 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks? Mississippi Alicia groaned. That's forever. I know, but it'll be worth it. We're going to find out the truth. What they didn't know was that the truth was about to become everyone's business. Detroit Alicia had posted a photo on social media, both of them side by side from their video call. She wrote, Met my twin from another state. Same name, same face, same age. Taking a DNA test to see if we're really sisters. What do you think happened? By the next morning, the post had been shared 10,000 times. By that afternoon, it was on the news. Mississippi Alicia was at work when her boss walked by her desk. Hey, isn't this you? He asked, showing her his phone. There she was, her face, on a news website. The headline read, To Alicia Daniels, the mysterious case of identical strangers. Oh no, Alicia whispered. Her phone started ringing. Her mama, her aunties, her cousins, her friends from high school. Everyone wanted to know. Did you have a secret twin? Was there a mix-up at the hospital? How come nobody knew? Mama, I don't know what happened. Mississippi Alicia said when she finally called her mother back. I just found her online a few days ago. Her mama, Lorraine, sounded worried. Baby, I was there when you were born. The doctor handed me one baby. Just you. I would know if I had twins. I know, Mama. But what about Dad? Could he have had another daughter? Her father had passed away when she was 12. She didn't remember much about him, but she knew he'd traveled a lot for work. Your daddy loved you, Lorraine said firmly. He wouldn't have kept something like that secret. But Mississippi Alicia couldn't help wondering, what if there were things her parents never told her? Meanwhile, in Detroit, the same chaos was happening to the other Alicia. Detroit Alicia's mama, also named Lorraine, was upset. How can there be another girl who looks just like you and has my baby's name? I don't know, Mama. That's why we're doing the DNA test. Well, I hope this test tells you something good, her mama said, because this whole thing is giving me a headache. The news reporters started calling. They wanted interviews. They wanted photos. They wanted the whole story. One reporter asked, "Do you think you were separated at birth?" Another asked, "Could this be a case of hospital babies being switched?" A TV show wanted them to come on and take the DNA test live on camera. No way. Mississippi Alicia told Detroit Alicia during one of their nightly calls. "This is private. This is our story." "Agreed," Detroit Alicia said. "But girl, people are obsessed. I saw someone make a whole video trying to figure out which hospital we were born in." "This is too much," Mississippi Alicia said. But deep down, she was obsessed too. Every day, she looked at photos of Detroit Alicia and studied her face. Every night, she dreamed about what it would be like to have a sister. A real sister. Someone who understood you completely. Someone who was made from the same stuff as you. The weeks dragged by like molasses. Week 1, they messaged each other every single day. They sent photos of themselves as babies. Tried to find clues. Mississippi Alicia's baby photo showed a chubby-cheeked infant with big brown eyes. Detroit Alicia's baby photo showed the exact same thing. Week 2, they started a list of all their similarities. The list grew to over 100 things. Same favorite color, purple. Same favorite season, fall. Same weird fear, buttons. They both hated touching buttons. Same dream, opening a bakery someday. Week 3, doubt started creeping in. What if the test showed they weren't related at all? What if this was just a crazy coincidence? Mississippi Alicia couldn't sleep. She kept thinking, what if I get my hopes up for nothing? Detroit Alicia felt the same way. She told her roommate, "What if we're not sisters? What if we just happen to look alike?" "Then you made a really cool friend," her roommate said. "That's still something." But it didn't feel like enough. Not anymore. Not after all this. Week 4, their mamas started talking to each other on the phone. Both Lorraines compared notes about their pregnancies, their hospitals, their doctors. Nothing matched up. They'd been in different states, different hospitals, different doctors. There was no mix-up. There couldn't be. "Maybe your fathers are related," Mississippi Alicia's mama suggested. "Maybe you're cousins, and you just look real similar." That became the new theory. Maybe they were cousins. That would explain everything. The looks, the name, family name, maybe. The similar mothers' names could be a family tradition. Week 5, the waiting became unbearable. Mississippi Alicia checked the DNA company's website every single hour. Still processing. Still processing. Still processing. Detroit Alicia called her. "I can't take this anymore. What if the results get lost? What if they never come?" "They'll come," Mississippi Alicia said, trying to sound confident. "We just have to be patient." But patience was running out. On the internet, people had formed teams. Some believed they were identical twins separated at birth. Some believed they were half-sisters with the same father. Some believed they were cousins. A few people thought it was all fake, that they were just two girls who looked similar and wanted attention. People can be so mean, Detroit Alicia said, reading some of the comments. Someone said we probably just did our makeup the same way to look alike. "Ignore them," Mississippi Alicia said. "They don't know us. They don't know what we're feeling." What they were feeling was scared, excited, hopeful, terrified, because soon, very soon, they would know the truth. Week 6. On a Tuesday morning, Mississippi Alicia woke up to an email notification. "Your DNA results are ready." Her heart nearly exploded. She grabbed her phone with shaking hands and called Detroit Alicia. "Did you get it?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. "Yes," Detroit Alicia said. She sounded like she was crying. "I'm looking at the email right now. Should we open them together?" "Yes." Video call. Right now. They both logged into their computers. Both opened the DNA website. Both hovered their cursors over the View Results button. "Whatever it says," Detroit Alicia said, "we're going to be okay." "Right, right," Mississippi Alicia said, but her voice cracked. "On three." Detroit Alicia asked. "On three. 1, 2, 3. They both clicked. The page loaded, and everything changed. The screen loaded slowly. Too slowly. Mississippi Alicia held her breath. Detroit Alicia squeezed her eyes shut and then opened them again. Then the results appeared. Ancestry composition: West African, 58% European, 25% other regions, 17%. Both of them had nearly identical ancestry percentages. That was interesting. That was cool. But that wasn't what they were looking for. Mississippi Alicia scrolled down with shaking hand. There it was, the section labeled DNA Relatives. She saw names of people she didn't know. Distant cousins, maybe. Third cousins. Fourth cousins. People who shared tiny bits of DNA from hundreds of years ago. But she didn't see Detroit Alicia's name at the top. She didn't see it in the immediate family section. She didn't see it in the close family section. She kept scrolling and scrolling. Finally, there it was, far down the list. Alicia Daniels, Detroit, Michigan. Next to the name, it said, shared DNA, 0.2%. The description underneath said, possible 5th to 8th cousin. Mississippi Alicia's heart sank into her stomach, like a stone dropping into deep water. "No," she whispered. On the screen, she could see Detroit Alicia reading the same thing. Tears were rolling down her face. "We're not sisters," Detroit Alicia said, her voice breaking. "We're not even cousins. We're basically nothing. We share 0% DNA," Mississippi Alicia said. The words felt heavy and wrong in her mouth. "How is that possible? We look exactly alike." They sat in silence for a long moment. All those weeks of hoping. All those dreams of being real sisters. All those plans they'd made about visiting each other for holidays and being in each other's weddings and their kids growing up together as real cousins. Gone. All of it. Just gone. If you're feeling the emotion of this moment, hit that like button and subscribe to hear more stories that touch your heart. "I don't understand," Mississippi Alicia said, wiping her eyes. "How can we look so similar but not be related?" "I don't know," Detroit Alicia said. "I really believed." "Me too." They cried together. Two women who looked like twins, mourning the family connection they'd never actually had. After a while, Mississippi Alicia said quietly, "Maybe this whole thing was a mistake. Maybe we got too excited about nothing." "Maybe," Detroit Alicia said, but she didn't sound like she believed it. They ended the call. Both of them felt empty and confused and sad. Mississippi Alicia lay on her bed and stared at the ceiling. She felt stupid for believing, stupid for hoping, stupid for thinking that someone who looked like her twin could actually be her twin. But the next morning, something changed. Mississippi Alicia woke up and looked at her phone. There was a message from Detroit Alicia. "I couldn't sleep all night. I kept thinking about us. And you know what? The DNA test doesn't change anything. We still look alike. We still act alike. We still finish each other's sentences. We still have the same weird habits and the same dreams. That's real. That matters. DNA is just science. But what we have, that's bigger than science." Mississippi Alicia read the message 3 times. Then she smiled for the first time since seeing the results. She typed back, "You're right. Blood doesn't make you family. Love does. Connection does. And we have that. So what do we call ourselves if we're not sisters?" Detroit Alicia wrote. Mississippi Alicia thought for a moment. Then she typed, "Soul sisters. We're soul sisters." I love that. Soul sisters. Not from the same mother, but from the same spirit. They decided something that day. They decided that the DNA test didn't get to define them. They decided that what they found was more special than genetics. They found someone who understood them completely, someone who mirrored their soul, someone who felt like family even when science said they weren't. And that was worth celebrating. Let's meet in person, Detroit Alicia said during their next video call. For real this time, not on a screen. Yes, Mississippi Alicia said immediately. Where? Atlanta. It's halfway between us. We can meet there next month. I'll be there, Mississippi Alicia said. I promise. Don't forget to like this story and subscribe to follow their incredible journey. The month passed quickly this time. No more agonizing waiting. Just excitement. Pure, simple excitement. When Mississippi Alicia arrived at the Atlanta airport, her heart was pounding. She walked to the terminal, searching the crowd for that familiar face. And then she saw her. Detroit Alicia stood by a coffee shop, wearing jeans and a purple shirt. The same purple shirt that Mississippi Alicia was wearing. They hadn't planned it. They just knew. They ran toward each other. And when they hugged, it felt like coming home. People around them stared and whispered, pointing at the two identical women, embracing in the middle of the airport. You're real, Mississippi Alicia said, laughing and crying at the same time. So are you, Detroit Alicia said, squeezing tighter. They spent the whole weekend together. They ate at a soul food restaurant and ordered the same thing without looking at each other's menus. They went to a gospel concert and harmonized together on every song. They stayed up late talking about their dreams, their fears, their childhoods, their hopes for the future. I'm so glad I found you, Mississippi Alicia said on their last night together. Me too, Detroit Alicia said. And you know what's funny? If we had been actual twins, maybe we would have grown up together and gotten sick of each other. Maybe we would have fought all the time. But because we found each other as adults, we get to choose this. We choose to be sisters. Soul sisters, Mississippi Alicia corrected with a smile. Soul sisters, Detroit Alicia agreed. When they said goodbye at the airport, they promised to visit each other every few months. They promised to call every week. They promised to be in each other's lives forever, DNA or no DNA. The internet had a lot to say about the DNA results. Some people were disappointed. Some people said they knew it all along. Some people said the whole thing was pointless if they weren't really related. But the two Alicias didn't care what the internet thought. They knew the truth. Family isn't always about blood. Sometimes it's about finding someone who sees you, understands you, and loves you just the way you are. Sometimes it's about looking in a mirror and seeing not just your own reflection, but the reflection of your soul. 6 months later, Mississippi Alicia got a package in the mail. Inside was a framed photo of the two of them from that weekend in Atlanta, arms around each other, identical smiles on their faces. At the bottom of the frame, Detroit Alicia had written, Soul Sisters Forever. Same name, same face, same heart. Mississippi Alicia hung it on her wall, right where she could see it every day. And every time she looked at it, she smiled, because she had found something rare and beautiful. She had found someone who proved that the best kind of family is the family you choose. The family that chooses you back. The two Alicia Daniels, one from Mississippi, one from Detroit, weren't twins. They weren't half-sisters. They weren't cousins. But they were something better. They were soul sisters, bound not by DNA, but by something far more powerful. The mysterious, beautiful, unexplainable connection between two people who were always meant to find each other. And that, they both agreed, was more than enough. In fact, it was everything. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing true stories about the power of human connection. What do you think about their journey? Drop a comment below.